Congratulations on the film. I think you do a great job.
Thanks.
Also because in 1975 we don't see so many anti-war women photographers. As you describe your character, is that something that attracted you about it?
Yeah. I mean, there were actually quite a lot of women that kind of led the way that really were on the ground like Mason was at this time. And those were the women that I turned to kind of get information, reading their stories, and then I got to speak with a couple of actual war correspondents about their experiences. Every time I play a character, I just feel like you got to tell the truth. So I just wanted to try and tell their story.
I think it's wonderful that you went from a very confined movie room to this incredibly open. Was it a need to expand, to get some fresh air?
I mean, the fact that we were shooting in Hawaii, Australia, and Vietnam was definitely a selling point, but I think for me it always just goes back to the story. Just what's the story? What is this saying? What are the messages that we're sharing with the rest of the world? And this one for me, I think, bring up great questions about force, about the environment, about what we're willing to risk our life for, love.
I think that the story is very metaphorical, as you said, because Kong represents the respect of nature. We have to respect nature. And the humans in the story are a little divided, yeah? And you're part of the cool ones, right? I think.
Yeah, I'm part of the resistance for sure.
Yeah, you respect the environment.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that you kind of need to see both sides of it. You can see from the male perspective, like in the film, like why they feel the need to take this over and dominate, and then you have the other side of the coin, and you see how what happens when you use force versus when you use vulnerability.
What was the impact of going home with an Oscar at such a young age? I mean,
I think I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a very surreal experience that no one prepares you for, and no one can prepare you for, and your brain doesn't really know how to process it. Directly after the Oscars, I flew on a plane and was back in Vietnam filming this movie. So I was kind of just in the middle of nowhere, contemplating my existence.
When it comes to, you started very young in this business. What was the attraction or the motivation, and what brought you into where you are now?
I was so young when I said that. I was like 6, I think, when I told my mom I knew what my dharma was and I wanted to be an actor. So I don't really fully understand, but I think looking back on it, part of it was because I was so shy. It became a safe place for me to have conversations with people, become different types of characters, learn in a safe place how to try to be a person. I think I'm still just trying to do that.
Is it difficult to go and explore other lives?
Is it difficult? No, I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world is to try and learn about other people and where they're coming from and what life is like for them. That's what I want to bring to the screen, is to get us out of just our own perception of what the world is and start to see the world as much bigger and much more dynamic than how we originally saw it.